Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. I decided to do another video on my canning. The topic on this video is going to be canning my homemade soup. This is a really easy recipe, and it actually answers a question somebody had in one of the live streams last night or the night before last about can you recan canned stuff. Yeah, you can. This just consists of hamburger meat and about 9 different kinds of beans, including green beans, lima beans, navy beans, great northern beans. I think there's some peas in here. There's carrots. A minced up onion and some diced garlic is in here. There's also potatoes in here. And it's really easy to do. I just uncanned all the canned food, dumped it in the big old pot, browned the meat, added that, pulled off the grease, added the meat, and then I put it into these jars and canned it for an hour and a half. Quick, easy, simple. This is one of the easiest things you can can, by the way, because all the food's already cooked, and I just basically recooked it and canned it. And this is a complete meal. You just pop the top. You can pour it straight in your bowl. You can eat it cold. It doesn't really matter. It's really easy to do, and we eat a lot of this because it is so easy, and it's got your meat, your veggies, everything's in there. And like always, I put about a half a teaspoon of salt in here with it, so I know I'm getting the sodium. And it's just I don't understand why everybody doesn't can. It's so easy to do your food. So this is my homemade beef vegetable soup. Really cool. Now, here we go. We're going to touch on a crazy topic. This may set some people off. I don't know. I don't care. You know how I do things. This is canned milk. People say you can't can it. Well, this is milk. It's in my jar. I canned it. I done it. And this I canned August of 2020. So it's been in here for several months, well over half a year. And just so everybody can't, there's proof in the pudding, so to speak. So here's what we're going to do. Ghost is going to drink this milk right here in front of you. The first thing you want to do, when you can milk, I'll go through the process first. There are several different recipes out there and ways that you can do it. I chose this way because I want it to be as close tasting as possible, because it is going to taste different. Go ahead and accept that. When you can food, it's at such a high temperature and it's pressurized. It's like even your canned meat, when you do ground beef, it's still the texture is different in your mouth. It's a lot softer. The flavor's still good. It may taste a little bit different depending on how you season it, but it's still edible, nutritious food. And several parts across the world, canned milk is all they drink. I believe it's South America. They don't even know what homogenized milk is. All the milk they drink is canned, and it goes right on their cereal and everything else. This stuff it does have a different flavor to it, but you get used to it pretty quick. But the process is you just get you several gallons of milk from the store, bring them home, sit them on the counter, let them sit there. You don't want to do super cold milk because it just takes a while. I let mine sit on the counter and not quite come to room temperature, but I let them sit out for about an hour. Then you want to sterilize your jars really good before you do it, and then pour your milk into the jars, leaving a ½ inch head space. And so your milk is not quite room temperature, but it's close to the temperature that the water is going to be in your canner. You want that to be as close as possible. So putting super cold milk in the hot water is not a good idea. You'll probably shatter your jars. But yeah, you don't want your milk to get super hot sitting on the counter either. So I bring it home. I just don't refrigerate it for about an hour. Sterilize the jars, pour it into the jars, clean the top, make sure you don't have anything around the top. I don't use vinegar with the milk just in case some of the vinegar, I don't want the vinegar to get the milk. I just use clean water, and I use a funnel to make sure I don't get anything on the lid. Put your lid on, finger tighten the ring, and sit it in your canner, and then turn the heat on. That way it all comes to temperature at the same time, so there's no hot cold disparity. And what you do with milk, what I do is I turn the heat on, I bring it up to I let it steam for 10 minutes. I put my weighted gauge on there, 10 psi, but I also have a dial gauge, and I let it slowly come up to pressure. Once it gets to 10 psi, turn the heat off. Leave it alone. Let it drop all the way back down to 0. When it does, empty your canner. Your milk is canned. Some people say you got to run it at pressure for 10 minutes. Some say 15 minutes. All the ones I've seen do it at, you just bring it up to pressure. As soon as it gets to 10 psi, turn the power off. That's all you need to do. And so we're going to drink it. And the first thing you need to do is, obviously, when you can it, you'll see here at the top, it's separated a little bit. So the first thing you want to do is shake it up really good. Try to get it up as mixed as well as you can. Okay. What I suggest you do is, before you open it, put it in the refrigerator. Let it get kind of cold if you're going to be immediately drinking it, because it's going to be warm. But the great part about this is when you put up a gallon of milk, you get 4 quarts. Now, when you rehydrate this, or you're bringing it back to life, you're mixing it 50-50. So basically, you're turning 1 gallon of milk into 2 gallons of milk. So what I've done here, boom, nice thing of cold water, and I'll put it close so you can, it may spew, but you can hear it unseal. There we go. First thing you do is always smell it. It smells like, it literally smells like ice cream. Yeah, it smells awesome, by the way. And try to get it, 50-50 milk and water. Let me grab some to stir this with. This will have to work. I mean, it looks like milk. I know it's kind of hard to see. Well, here we go. Whoa, that's really good. That's really good, guys. It's almost like it's wow. It is really good. This would go really good with like a what are those drinks in the bars they make, the White Russians? This would definitely do that really good. Let me get my milk mustache off. So for people that say you can't can milk, they're full of shit. You can. No, the recipes aren't in the ball canning guide and all that good stuff, but there's proof in the pudding. You can do it. It's good. All right, that's enough for this video. I'm going to go upload it, and hopefully you guys check out the rest of my videos. And the one video I posted about me not caring if you copy and share and redo my videos, I really mean that. Please share that video out to your subscribers as well. I would like the word to get out there to as many people as possible. And so a lot of these smaller channels like me, myself, I'm not a big channel by far. I've only been doing YouTube for a little over 2 months. But I know when I first started, it was kind of hard to come up with content because you want it to be original. Well, knowledge isn't original. Water boils at the same temperature in my house as it does in my next door neighbor's house. Okay. Knowledge is knowledge. Share it. It's free. It's out there. Let's do it. You guys have a good one.